for me, at this point, that I don't get so excited about it because I understand the production cost of it. The information changes it for me.
In the video clip I'm about to show you, 50 Cent talk about the reason why he stopped buying luxurious clothes. His reason was because he was able to understand how much these companies that sold them spend, that is cost of production, to create them, versus how much people pay to buy those items.
Identity, the original things that you start to embrace that become your identity are in your clothing. When they started the hustle, the first thing you saw change was the shoes, the sneakers, and the clothes around, because they could always pick. Every time we put something on in connection to clothing, we're making a statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Today, this statement that I'm making on this Zoom is I'm clean. This is why a white t-shirt will always be an option for someone that's from the ghetto. It says, my message is I'm clean. Not everybody here is clean. You see what I'm saying? So that's a big enough message to send to the people that are around you. Or the other messages, Louis Vuitton or different fashionable brands that would say, I'm doing well. I'm living with the excess to the point that I can buy these things for myself. Mm-hmm. Right? And those messages, man, it may add a difference in energy. There's a point where when we look good, we feel good. Emotionally, we feel good. So it's necessary to do it on some levels, but some of us indulge in it further than others, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, at this point, that I don't get so excited about it because I understand the production cost of it. The information changes it for me.
Right.
So I'm like, this is an $8 shirt that they're selling me for $89 because the name is on it. I'm 50 Cent. I'll make this shit cool. Somebody's gonna buy it because they see me.
On page 62 of this book, by the way, Up From Slavery, which I recommend you should read, this man, Booker T. Washington, wrote about how in 1878, a group of young black people will work entire week for $4. That is their income. Then on Sunday, these people will go and rent a buggy. Buggy is like horse carriage, limousine of the 19th century. You can go and rent it and, you ride around the town with it. These young black people will work for $4 in a week. And when it is Sunday, they will go and rent a buggy and they will ride around the town like rich kid.
My fake life is amazing.
That was 145 years ago.
Fake?
Unfortunately, up to today, black people still behave in the same way. We still spend the money we don't have on things that make us look rich, even when we are not.
Fake.
I don't like seeing money in my checking because my brain automatically thinks, okay, we have some money, let's spend it.
Fake.
Good. I also realize that sometimes I buy things that I already own.
The shopping, the loans, I'm in debt up to my eyes. I need to sort something out, otherwise I'm gonna go under. It's just ruining my life at the moment.
So do you buy on credit cards?
I do.
How much debt have you got?
I've got about £6,000.
Okay.
But if I paid the full price at £1,000, that would be ridiculous.
It would be, but it's already ridiculous.
As I said, I don't plan to go out shopping, but I don't like shopping, but shopping likes me.
So I actually took out an additional $8,000 from Sallie Mae in order to fund my lifestyle while I was in school. And when we got married, we had $212,000 of debt.
If I wanted something and I didn't have it right away, I had a credit card. I swiped it.
Are you able to estimate what you think you make a year?
I've had so many different jobs and stuff since I came here, honestly. It probably honestly wouldn't be much, maybe 30.
30,000?
Maybe, yeah.
What do you think you spend a year?
Probably a lot more than that.
Well, how'd you get into $3,639 of credit card debt in the first place?
Traveling.
today in America, black people are the top consumers, even though there is no wealth to back it up. In this 2008 study, researchers find that an average black American that has the same income with a white American spend 30% more on items that makes him look richer than his friend. It is not just America problem. I think it has to do with black problem, because you know I'm an African and I live today in Nigeria, and all my life I have met people and see people who spend the money they don't have just to get their friends to think they are rich. People could work like 3 months to buy iPhones. I know somebody, which is actually very funny, I know somebody who was living in one of the most expensive area in my city. I live in Lagos. The person live in Lekki, and this guy will have to call me to help him to pay his rent, even though I live in average community. About 18 months ago, one of my friends came to me and asked me to lend him money to buy a luxurious car. You know, when I thought about the amount this guy is making, because he's my friend, I know, and the car he wanted to buy, and if he was to pay back the loan, this guy would spend 11 years.
11 years?
If he pays back the car loan with 25% of his income, he was going to spend 11 years to pay back the loan he wanted to take for the car. And whenever I think about this, I wonder what black people think our future is going to look like if everything we do is to spend everything we earn. Everything we earn have to go on luxurious items. We have to look good so that people think we are rich even when we are broke. And I know some people, after they see this video, they will drop comments asking me to stop criticizing black people. But I need to get you to understand this. The reason why I am criticizing black people is because I am a black person. So if I cannot criticize black people, nobody else in the world will be able to do it. We have to stop thinking about how we look today, what other people think about my clothes, driving the Benz, using the latest phone. We have to think about generational wealth. We have to think about giving foundation, solid foundation for our children, because that is what will help them to be able to cope or have a better life than we do. We can't just continue spending every kobo we have on I don't know the English to use, but I know you understand what I'm about to say. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video.